So here we are, celebrating our top 8 finish in week 4 of the Master Circuit series. Here is my main and side deck from the YGO Pro site. If you haven't seen it yet, I have recently made a full guide to Twin Spright and I'll pin the link below. I've only changed a few cards since I made that video, so it still has a ton of information if you're looking to learn more about this deck. Let's see what MBT thinks about my deck.
Cleared, that's crazy. A lot of live Twin Spright, that's like a cool variant of the deck. Playing Invader of Darkness. I love the Invader of Darkness mannequin cat bit. It's so funny against Runick.
I 100% agree with MBT. It's just unfortunate that I didn't have a chance to use it due to my matchups. Here is a chart of my matches. I ended Swiss with a 6-2 record, but since the 2 players I lost to were both 7-1s, I made it to the top 16. In round 3, I threw a winning game against Frog Spright, and this is one of the replays I have prepared. I am hoping that none of us will ever make this mistake ever again. I was honestly feeling great going into round 8. I also won the coin toss, and I was already celebrating until I saw my hand of Triple Tack, Red, Dark Ruler, Imperm, and Ash. Amazingly, I did have an anime moment in top 16 where I faced against Shinobi again, whom I lost round 3 to. It was a really good back and forth match, but my side deck was ready to destroy Spright mirrors. What I didn't account for was my top 8 match against Rivalry of Warlords Floowandereeze. I didn't get a recording of this match, so I'll briefly go over it. I easily won Duel 1 going first. Second duel, I got Rivalried after my Lightning Storm got judgmented. Third duel, I lost to Dimension Shifter. Vinny eventually won the whole event. Just like my week 1 experience, I lost to one of the top 2 players. Now, let's jump into some of the replays. This is my round 1 match going second against Exosisters. I personally do not like it since it spams monsters when everyone has Nibiru. All of its card advantage is gone with Droll. And of course, using XZs in a format with people running 3 triple tactics could be a disaster if I can steal your monster and make Zeus. It's finally our turn, and we can see why I added regular Kiss-a-Kill to the deck. So when they banish it, I still get to summon Lilla, which again summons Frost. We don't really care if they use monster effects or special summon, since we already have both Maxi and triple tactics in our hand. I could have just attacked for Zeus, but I figured, with just one monster in hand, I could just get set up with a spell negate and a banish. If you're wondering why they set evenly, I am pretty sure they were worried about triple tack spinning it away. They were about to end their turn here, but I decided to summon Jet and they get to draw 1 card with Maxi. They ended up trying to play, but I just banished their monster away and they surrendered. So this is the round 3 game I threw, so let's just watch it from their point of view. We already know what Frog Spright combo looks like, so let's just breeze through their plays. This is also a prime example of my deck giving me every single thing that I needed to win, but I easily messed it up. Right now, take a guess on what my top deck is and comment it down below. Dark Ruler. I drew Dark Ruler, so it was such a simple game to win. All I needed to do was simply clear the board. Snitch gets negated. I just normal Kiss-a-Kill and summon Lilla, and then overlay into Gigantic. I attack with Gigantic, and this is where everything goes wrong. I was so worried about Ronin coming back that I started to outplay myself. I should have added Starter here, but I added Smashers instead, because I wanted to banish Ronin since most decks only have 1. I also forgot that Smashers needed to banish a Spright from the grave or hand, but when I used Zeus, I detached the twins instead, so I had to banish the blue from my hand. I could have just added Starter and then continued to play and create the usual Spright end board after I cleared the board with Zeus. I hope we all remember this disaster and never make this mistake ever again. But you know, this is fine. I eventually get my revenge in top 16. After this duel, I wasn't really bothered by it. I played so hard that I outplayed myself, which isn't an accomplishment by itself. But it's moments like this where you never forget, and it becomes a learning opportunity. In my round 7 game, I went first against Runick Spright. My Gigantic got ashed, so I thought about using Crossout here, but I didn't think it was worth it. I'd rather save my Crossout to protect Maxi. In the draw phase, they destroy my elf and I use Maxi. I guess they wanted to see what they would draw off Hyperia before summoning Hugin. Very strange decision there. I do not use Droll here since they are under Maxi, but that's fine since it will win me the game on their next turn. I special jet and they try to negate it, but I cross out their Ash. They summon Carrot with starter, so now they can't Nibiru. I'm pretty sure I was trying to do an access code line here since I knew they would negate starter, but I forgot that a linked summon elf cannot be used as link material that turn, so I opted to get as many interruptions as possible instead. I didn't negate Slumber here since I needed to hold the negate for Fountain. They summon Red and Deep Sea Diva, but I negate Diva. They link into Elf and use its effect. I should have Masquerena on Summon of Elf, so they would have had to choose between negating Masquerena or Summon with Elf. I would have summoned Goddess here with their Elf. Once again, they start to do some strange things, starting by linking into Dark, bringing back my Masquerena, and then linking it into the Royal Rare Alternate Art Unicorn. And then they link Unicorn into Dark into Avermax? That doesn't have Masquerena's destruction protection? I definitely do not agree with this line. Now it's just a simple access code pop of Avermax and then use call by. This is game 3 of my top 16 round, a rematch versus Shinobi. I decided 2 dimension shifters and use it on standby. They used call by and I chain Maxi, and I've pretty much won the match. They give me 2 draws ending on Cat and Carrot with 2 back row. They use starter summoning Carrot, and now I am safe from Nibiru. From here, we just try to increase our card advantage and slowly break apart their board. I didn't know what their back row or their last card in hand was, so I didn't make Gigantic since Elf is much safer. They try to use Smashers, but I negate it, and then I use mine to banish their Carrot. Finally, I decide on stealing their Cat and move into the battle phase. I link Kiss-a-Kill and Mannequin Cat into another copy of Elf, and then set my starter, and then pass my turn. On draw, I use starter to summon blue, adding Jet to my hand, playing around triple tap. They choose to just summon 2 monsters without using their effect, as I would just have destroyed either one with red. They destroyed my Carrot, allowing them to use Prosperity. They add and summon blue, which I negate and destroy. Now they start to combo off, but whatever they do, it's not enough. I was just worried that they get access to Ronin and get free bodies on board, but I guess they felt like using Cat to bounce back my Elf was better? Now that we know all of their cards and nothing in the grave, it's just a pretty simple Zeus line. I just need to make a big Gigantic to hit over red. You see, if they had Ronin and I was forced to Zeus, they could have won with triple tact, but since they do not have anything, we win the rematch and moved on into top 8. So with this, we have secured my invite to the big tournament in June for the $10,000 prize pool. I truly do feel like I have improved so much since I started participating in Master Duel tournaments, and I have been lucky to have made friends from the MCS whom I could bounce ideas from and play test against. With all that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time.